ways. Hit me time every time.
So George, moving on to the next song on the album, White Cavalry. Now this makes me laugh, this makes me smile. Your video is spectacular. Please, just for the sake of the documentary, talk us through it. Tell us how it came about. The video and the song. Right. I love the song.
I don't really know where the actual song came from. It
seems to be an affinity with the sea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was that idea of I heard someone say the phrase, you know, of like burying your head in the sand. So it was then I was sort of going, okay, bury your head in the sand, bury your head. Don't bury your head. Don't build a castle instead. Yeah. Why not? So and then it was really simple. The music kind of took over with it, and then I'd basically only written one verse. So what I did was, one verse and then a bridge as well. So I cut the verse in half, used the first half of it and then the bridge and then the chorus, the second half of the verse and then the bridge and the chorus, and it was all just starting to fold together and meld together, and then the song just sort of came about. But I always wanted to capture that sort of madness, ska feel.
Yeah, and there's a strong message in there.
Yeah, it's
very strong, and a nice, positive, happy George type message as well.
It's weird because when I first started writing, I was definitely writing more, I guess, sort of moody, you know, listen to me or see me.
Sort of heartbreaking, teenage angst?
Yeah, teenage angst songs. And it has to be done. And I think I got a lot of that out of my system, and thankfully not in a public way.
No, absolutely. It's a massive part of the learning curve.
But yeah, it's huge. Everyone has to go through it, I think, when you start writing songs, because it is, most songs you do hear and most of the greatest songs that have ever been written are about love and heartache, and it is, and that's why I kind of was sort of, when I started to move more to the piano as an instrument to write songs with, it was I knew I wanted to find a way of doing things more fun and energetic and live.
Which is actually much more your personality.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to bring across on stage. I wanted people to sort of know that that's what they're listening to. They're listening to me. And
they were going to something that was going to be jolly.
Yeah.
Interspersed with perhaps more meaningful, slower things, but you've got the range.
Someone said about great comedy can have you laughing, but then almost immediately crying afterwards. It's the greatest comedy has tragedy in its midst, and can have you on that. And there is such a fine line between laughing and crying. But definitely with this song and with the brass guys, I said to both of them, Brian and Chris, I said, is there any band you want us to think of? They said it for every song, and for Blood Ties I said to them, Earth, Wind and Fire, without doubt. Just, you know, think that, and you guys, I know you're going to be good enough that pretty much whatever you do, and pretty much every single brass take on that thing was the first take they did. They just went through segments of the song and then were like, is that cool? It was like,
it's testament to their to their experience.
But yeah, and I just said, Madness, just go for it, get that ska feel.
So Madness, there's a definite influence of Madness on the video.
Oh yes, I have always loved their music videos. They are genius. They are brilliant. I actually did. Before the album, the last musical I did was the Our House musical, where I got to play the lead, Joe Casey, and so I got really familiar with all of the Madness songs and stuff, and that musical is brilliant anyway, because the way the story has been woven to their lyrics and their stories and their songs, they are superb. They're just, amazing. But yeah, their sort of daftness in that.
And daft is a brilliant word to describe that video.
It's what Tom Robinson from BBC Six said, and I'm so grateful that he said it and I didn't say it, but I now can say it.
You can say it.
Every time he's given the green light that it is daft and daft is good. So you know, but yeah, it was great fun to film. Actually, we were gonna originally do it in a house. And we were going to sort of do as well a sort of cops and robbers type,
speed it up, slow down,
that sort of, running around the kind of thing. And it was just a case of not really having the time really or any other bodies to do it. So we just sort of made a plan and then went outside and set up the cameras and then did it. It's the first time we bought props as well for a video, which was great fun to do. Found this tiny piano, and tiny little kids piano, and then a toy trumpet as well, and then the hobby horse as well. I was just like, it has to be, it's White Cavalry. It needs to be that sort of cavalry, that military.
It all makes sense.
It was great fun to do. It was great fun. What are you thinking?
I was thinking more of a classic guitar solo descending into mains.